Benny Big Gun here. Today I'm making a review on the Spyderco Resilience. Let's take a look around the box. We have our typical Spyderco box. And Spyderco Resilience, it says it right there. Don't know how you can see it. There's a serial number if anybody wants to look up this online. Nothing there. All the usual information on the Spyderco knife. Let's open up the box. Inside we have the Spyderco Resilience. And under a foam, there's a foam mat right here. Underneath the foam, there is nothing. Let's take it out of the bag. Okay, let's take a look at the knife itself. I'll give you some specs on the knife in a few minutes. First we'll take a look around the knife, I'll give you some specs. And I'll tell you my personal opinion of what I believe about this knife. Take a look at the knife. Okay. We have G10 handle scales, textured G10 that is, with a lanyard hole right here. Fully skeletonized design with steel liners, steel body interior, pocket clip, reversible for reversible right hand tip down. Sorry, left hand tip down, left hand tip up, right hand tip up, right hand tip down. 4-way reversible pocket clip. This knife is made in China, as you can see right now. The blade steel is 8CR 13 MOV steel, as you can see right there. We have some jimping on the, we have a thumb ramp here with jimping on it, right here, which is very similar to the Spyderco Tenacious, Persistent and Ambitious, all have this basic design. Okay, I'll go give you some specs. Okay. Blade length on this knife, I have to say this knife is a beast of a knife. It's a really big folder. We have a blade length with cutting edge, because there is no waste of real estate on this knife. The cutting edge goes all the way along the whole blade. It is an exact 10.5 centimeters. Now that is huge for a folder. Overall length, let's see, overall length of 23 centimeters exact. Closed length, of 4 centimeters. And wide, it is wide, 1 centimeter exact. Blade thickness of 0.5 centimeter almost. Now the centering, let's see about the centering right here. See, I can't really see it myself properly. Okay, it's a little, I don't know how well you can see it, it's a little to the left. I don't know how you can see that right now. It's a little to the left, but it doesn't affect the smoothness of the knife at all. It doesn't rub at all. And I also forgot to mention a few minutes ago, this is a liner lock design, if you all didn't know that already. And there's also jimping on the liner lock, right here. And like all Spydercos, they come razor sharp, which I'll demonstrate in a minute. This knife is also extremely smooth. Very, very, very smooth. It's I don't have to, you know, push it that hard for the blade to go flying out. But I believe that it's also a little bit to do with the extra steel on the blade. This is quite a large folder. The blade is rather large, so I believe being very smooth is also a big part of the... There's quite a bit extra weight on the blade itself. But it is very, very smooth. I mean, it's if I hold the liner lock, it's almost like almost really... If you hold the liner lock and play with the blade a little bit, it's really smooth. Now, there's also one note of caution with this knife. When if you press the liner lock and you let go, it'll go like that, of course. But if you press and hold the liner lock, that didn't do it there, of course. But it presses right here. The blade will just drop on your fingernail. Now, it has never hurt me. It never hurt me when it fell on top of my fingernail. But it's just a note of caution with this knife. But if you just press the liner lock and let go, it'll stay right there and you can close it without any trouble. But if you do press and hold it, it will fall on your fingernail. Now, it didn't ever hurt me, but I don't know, it's just a note of caution. This G10 is also very, very grippy. I really like this grippiness of G10. Okay, now as for the blade sharpness, I have a piece of paper right here. And it is razor sharp, like most Spydercos come from the factory. It's a factory edge. And it is razor sharp. The point is extremely pointy. It's a very, very strong point in my opinion. I've never pried anything open yet. And again, I won't, because I won't ever pry things open with my knife. But I believe if you had to, you'd be able to pry something open with it, as long as it's not something too tough. Now the whole blade is nice and sharp. Super sharp. Okay. Now also I believe this would be also quite an ideal maybe kitchen knife, as I'll demonstrate right here with the carrot. So you can see it's might make also a very ideal kitchen knife. Very, very nice. Really cuts nicely. And also, before I give my personal opinion of this knife, let's talk about the weight a little bit, and I also wanted to compare it to another knife. Now that everybody, I noticed, this is just my opinion now, but a lot of people are complaining about the weight of the knife. Now, that it might be a little bit too large EDC. Okay, I understand somebody wanting a small EDC, but me, I like to have a big EDC. But people complain about the weight quite often about this knife. I find the weight alright. I find it pretty nice, the weight. And also another thing I like about the weight, I know the knife is there a little bit, you know. It's not that heavy, it's not going to pull your trousers down, but it's not that heavy, it's pretty nice. And I also like that with the pocket clip, with a bit of weight, it will keep it from flying out your pocket. I've had that experience, it never flew out my pocket once, never, never, ever. So, yeah, I find it, and it's not too long. So here's my hand, I've got pretty big hands, and it just goes over my hand a little bit in size, in terms of size. So it's a very big folder for what it is, but it's not too big as you couldn't carry it. So I find it quite agreeable to carry this knife. Now, I also wanted to compare it here, right here, to the Spyderco Tenacious. Right here, just a bit of a comparison of size. And let's see, here's your everyday carry Tenacious, let's say. And you can compare it right here to the Resilient to get it lined up properly. And there we go. There's not a huge difference in blade length. So let's put the blades exactly together without the handle material. And as you can see, there is not a big difference in blade length. So I've got the blades really lined up there, where the cutting edge would be. And it's not a very big difference, in my opinion. The blade on the Resilience is shaped a little bit different to Tenacious, but there's, let's see, about this much difference, you know. There we go. That's better comparison. It's not a huge difference in blade length to the Tenacious and the Resilience, in my opinion. You know, doesn't look like there's a huge difference. So you know, I find the Resilience quite agreeable for EDC purposes. And I also like the way that it feels, the knife. It just feels nice in the hand. It's just, for me, I can get a full 4-finger grip on it. And if I choke up and bring it forward, if I had a 5th finger right here, I can get a full 4-finger grip. And if I had a 5th finger right here, I could put it on there too. A full 4-finger grip, perfect. I just find it very, very agreeable, and I go backwards like a more comfortable position with the jimping and all. It feels very, very good. Now that's just my opinion. Everybody's free to have their own opinion. I find it very nice for EDC, but some people might prefer the smaller option, the Tenacious, and that's just fine. This is a great little knife as well. I've done a review on it a while back. Anyway, that's my real quick review, you all. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like, favourite, subscribe. And most of all, have a nice day.